Ricky Racer, Super Sport, qualifying 1.
Talk about the paint. What a lot of the
just had a rainstorm blow through. Track super green.
More grip. It's more like a sandpaper texture, not quite as slick.
Mathew Scholtz is the fast guy in practice earlier today. There he goes.
Qualifying, toward the end, they're trying to get that good lap in. They're going to go over that paint. See the number 48, Max Van, ready to go out. Tyler Scott, his teammate, looked like his bike was still sitting there on pit lane, but we'd expect to see him out in the next couple of minutes now that the track is, it looks more and more dry. Here at Mission Raceway Road, Atlanta.
And look at Josh Hayes, the guy that's got the most amount of experience of any rider in this class. Is the guy that's out there putting laps in.
Ty Scott.
How important he has spent
Fast young man.
his career, what it's like to maximize that track. When it's green, you need to be out there.
He said that when we talked to him on the preview show, that this season he's just racing so far more than he's ridden decades ago. Doesn't want to
There's PJ.
And watch everybody else.
He's rolling.
He'll learn something. You got to find the different everything that he's looking for. He just needs laps to figure it all out.
Also,
let's walk down and get a different position.
This morning they did a 28.8, so they are slowly getting closer there.
That track record back from 2017 in Super Sport came in race number 2. Garrett Gerloff, a 127.8 was what he was able to do. I'm imagining those were probably perfect conditions considering how old that flat lap record is.
Different conditions, the rules were a little bit different then as well. But we've seen this class getting closer to track records all year. With the competitive as it is, I think this weekend we're going to see some really fast lap times at the track.
Ty Scott, look how fast he goes through there. That's probably 50% for him. There's PJ. PJ is rolling. Look how fast he went through there. PJ means business.
Inside of the top 3 right now.
Even for a young rider like Cole, I know the truck, not everybody's out in this tricky condition, but when you come around the front straightaway and you look at your board and you see P3, it gives you a little bit of confidence when you're, not used to really seeing yourself inside that top 10. So, it could be a good feeling for him.
There's Joshua, I think. These freaking 600s sound like super bikes, man. They're supposed to be super sport.
Other than the signboard that you use out of the front straightaway, but here in Atlanta, that the wall is so small. Is it difficult as a rider to see the board? Is it difficult for the crew member to get the board over?
It's difficult because out of the last corner, the bike wants to wheelie, so you want to make sure your crew's far enough down pit lane, but not too far down because you got to start braking.
PJ is humping out there. Watch how fast he comes through here.
After you go by.
See how fast that guy's going? Compare that to PJ when he comes through on the yellow Ducati. Boy, is ripping. So's Ty Scott. He got a little pace on him too. There goes PJ. He's backed off a little bit.
He is going out to take a look at it. He's trying to push a little bit. It looks like he's actually pretty down right now in this section.
PJ now down into 30.
This season, doing a lot of the work himself. And be competitive, just continue to feel like he can vibe with the rest of the group.
Yeah, another, talk about John. It's so impressive to me to see these guys that's been around as long as they have.
This top of the hill, turn 2 is massively intimidating. At speed, blind, it's intimidating. There's PJ. And he is rolling.
Right now, inside of the top 10, he's sitting in 8th.
Until you come up over that hill at 100 plus, you can't see where you're going, you haven't lived.
lap in or wait. So all that comes into crashing in the warm-up Sunday morning and missing that second race.
Rolling.
Cost these guys a lot of points, so he's already found himself in a little bit of a hole.
See Mathew Scholtz there, the number 1 place. Every single session, he wants to end the session on the top of the time charts. Now is behind his new teammate Blake Davis. He's going to get around him pretty cleanly here. But for Mathew, you can see with his head down, he wants to move himself back to the top.
Yeah, and also knows that this could set the grid as well. But
Look at the speed he's carrying through there. PJ is rocking.
He doesn't waste any time.
There's Yakov. That's Kayla Yakov. Young lady. Riding like a man. There's Mathew Scholtz. Fastest man in the world.
The track time this morning and they looked out and set up and making the bike better.
Again, this is Super Sport qualifying 1. This is Q1.
Thanks.
Chance of rain for tomorrow is diminished. It happened earlier. Still got some guys out here trying to put down a fast one in case it rains tomorrow, because as everybody knows, the weather changes in Georgia by the minute.
Has gone back out to try to make some time off the track.
Continuing over from the wreck and the carnage that we really had at Barber in race number 2, with many of the teams having struggles in that very, very wet race. But for Corey now to have a shifter issue as well, it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, big time frustrated, but you know, all you can do is
PJ, get it!
put it behind you down and try to learn as much as you can.
Ty.
These last 5 minutes, not going to get a lot of laps, but you know, unfortunately.
Look at that speed.
The track was just a little bit drier, and now it's 3.5 minutes left in the session. It seems like
Damn, that boy's moving! Holy cow! I couldn't even keep up with it. The camera. Damn!
Even looking on the screen down at you can tell it's pretty dry.
and just how quickly it dries.
It's dry. Let's rip some laps.
How great Road Atlanta is. Letting it dry quickly with Tyler Scott. This race last season, one of the things that he said was that he needed to take it one and not try to push himself.
Wow, look at the closing speed on that dude.
Every time he goes out,
He gobbled him up.
Mindset's bringing him into this season as well to see if he can go for a title.
The Twins Cup class, and now he moves up to Super Sport for the last couple of years, and there's still a lot to learn. I feel like last year he looked at himself a lot. He kept talking about how he needed to improve and he needed to make things better. Tyler seems like he's been able to do that.
PJ.
Watch this group, you can see the scoring chip on the bottom of your screen there, Mathew Scholtz.
Ty Scott. It's like he's been following PJ around, scoping his lines out. Kayla Yakov.
The 129.434 for Mathew Scholtz.
Well, that's Ty Scott right there.
Yeah,
The guy in the white helmet, I'm not sure who that is.
Bikes on the property here on the stage. First of all, you're going to run into traffic. It's all about how you play it and how you get through it.
And that's the thing now. This lap is trying to get past these guys before the next lap starts, before you get to the start-finish line, and then try and get it cleaned out.
We have 1.5 minutes remaining in this session, so as long as he can cross the start-finish line, he'll be able to start one more lap. As you look at PJ Jacobson there, currently down in there. That lap is 3 down now. Less than a second for PJ Jacobson, and he's going to get another lap.
The PJ's are sitting, there he is. Come on, PJ, get it.
We went back and forth all of last season, bringing it down to the very end for the championship title. We're expecting a lot of the same this year, but now there are more names thrown into the mix. Anybody else could take points away, so they need to get as many as they
Kayla.
Last year, put on some of the best races we've seen in a long time.
Ty Scott.
Come back and
Yo, baby, rolling. Letting it all hang out. Look at this guy. Fucking ripping it.
They can close the gap even more, so he was able to improve there through the second sector as well. Makes his way down towards the start-finish line. He's able to approach a lot of riders right now. You can see on the bottom doing their personal best, but there's Mathew Scholtz going better than anyone.
Matt just went through there 6/10 quicker.
Wow.
So they can look at that after look at this.
Matthew Scholtz's last lap is on fire.
129.674 for PJ Jacobson. Keeps himself in second place right now, closing the gap to just over 2:10. Mathew Scholtz, though, still showing a time that is improving over his last lap, that best lap as he comes down the hill. We'll see what he's able to string together here at the final sector. A 129.3 for Mathew Scholtz, so opens the gap up just a little bit. Second place, you see the checker flag.
Scholtz did a 129.3, still on top of the board. Q1, Scholtz is fast.
Everyone looked like they were still improving their time. A lot of them are still out there. You see Max Van sitting at the 30. Call this session over. So Mathew Scholtz with a just over 3/10 of a second. Who has work to do overnight, Roger?
Well, I think
Scholtz 1, PJ 2.
some work to do.
The rest, they're out of luck. Catch you on the next one. Later.